IPI is an innovation catalyst that creates opportunities for enterprises to grow beyond boundaries. As an extension of its services, the Innovation Advisors Program aims to support Singapore SME and startups in their innovation journey by pairing a company with industry practitioners to give insights and advice to accelerate their growth plans. Today, we are here to meet these industry veterans who are also innovation advisors with IPI. They are Mr. Soh Chee Siong, Mr. Jeremy Chan, Mr. Chok Yean Hong. They have a vast understanding of the manufacturing industry that ranges from machine implementation, scaling and growth, market development, and change management. Welcome everyone! Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to speak with us about your experiences in the manufacturing industry and how you use this experience in your current role as advisors in IPI. Now, let's talk about how you bring your experience and insights to your role as an innovation advisor with IPI. Can you share with us your experience in guiding manufacturing companies?
Since I retired 2 years ago, joining IPI as an IA is a way of giving back to the society because for the experience that like three of us have gone through, there are a lot of things that we know, a lot of things that we learn, and seeing how the industry moves, those are the things that we can help local company scale and grow up.
I had the opportunity to really work in different kind of environment, from a small startup to big companies and big companies within American or European MNCs to local companies as well. We are familiar with perhaps the ecosystem of the manufacturing and the supply chain, and therefore our experience and the fact that we have actually worked in that area itself actually can connect most of the SMEs, to be fair, to understand a bit more how they can be part of that.
Because for us, we have went through, worked with the big player, MMC, and have worked actually with a local SME as well. So we can really see the gap actually between why MMC they are more successful in certain area and why SME were not able to scale up so easily. So we are basically trying to really help to how to connect that. I think they have all the skill set. It's only how to connect those dots to make that actually more robust, actually able to compete in a way.
Yeah, I think what say is true. This is a very connected world, and as most of us have gone through and seen a lot of things, the young SME probably are too early stage of their journey. They have not seen other part of it. So with us actually they're very handy. We can actually help them to say, hey, these are other part of the value chain, supply chain, and what else can you do about it? So that's where the value is from the IPI IA programs.
So, there have been talks about manufacturing 2030. First of all, we all know that the aim of manufacturing 2030 is to attract more locals to join this industry. From when you first started till now, you've seen such a change in the dynamic shift even for the industry. So what are some of the key trends or key changes that you have seen so far that really pivoted how manufacturing is from before?
If you look at Abraham Maslow hierarchy of needs, when it started in those days, we are talking of survival, we are trying to make things happen, and today with a lot of things coming in, how do we want to improve the way we are doing? So we had to use technology to replace all this work, and some of those, I call it the more labor-intensive work, will probably go elsewhere. So we can actually kind of now bring in a lot of all this technology, automation, robotic, then with the digital age, how can our current people can actually do more value-added thing? Then we don't have to rely so much on labor, At the same time, we can attract local, we definitely need foreign talent to build up the whole ecosystem. So with that, we become actually more competitive, by doing that. And that is actually our strength. You walk anywhere, when you talk Singapore, we're always very proud. Say, I look at the engine, 50% chance this engine casing is built in Singapore. So I always tell them, Singapore is small, but engineering is a very, very kind of a sexy kind of area that you all should start to go in, and how you can contribute to the whole ecosystem.
Having the manufacturing center itself in Singapore is not just the only thing, because we probably need, for business reasons, need to be in some other location. I think what we have learned is actually to be able to do things repeatedly at good quality and that's where our reputation is at.
Correct.
But the value add and the engineering input actually is important so that we can actually step up in the whole evolution of being more and more involved. Yeah, in some instances we have been actually preferred.
Yeah.
In some instances where at the end of the day we may start with maybe 3 suppliers, but then because of quality, because of a situation that didn't allow them to continue with the third one, we became to have maybe start with an equal share of the, but eventually if we do well, we just climb up.
Earlier on the year, we talked about where IA play their part. With IA experience, we actually would be able to know where the industry trend is moving. And then where the industry trend is moving to, we can always actually work with the SME. This is where you can play and this is where the pain point is, and that's where we contribute.
What would then be your professional opinions of the future trends, or say even the current trends, that manufacturing companies should be aware of, and also how might these trends benefit or work against the companies?
In particular to the manufacturing side, I think what we are seeing is that a lot of today's current process is about removing materials. But I think one of the things that will change some of the things that we look towards is actually additive manufacturing, which is basically 3D printing, and that will actually be threatening some of the things that we used to do. And that's something that I think we all need to be aware of.
In my opinion, the next wave that will kick in very, very soon in the next 5-10 years is additive manufacturing. Because right now, most of the product that we produce, even for semicon, when we make the chamber for them, you order a big chunk of aluminum block, then the way we machine, you will probably throw away 2 tons of material.
It's high wastage.
Those are wastage. So with additive manufacturing down the road, then by doing all this 3D printing in layman, then it will help to really minimize the number of waste that we generate.
Maybe I take on to that. There are few things we need to take a look. There are trends and there are disruptions. There are mega trends such as society going smart. That's one part of mega trend. And when you go smart, what does it really mean? The second mega trend is really the whole world going towards a sustainable lifestyle. So in manufacturing, you have to ask yourself, where do you want to position yourself? Going smart, what are the solutions that you provide that actually addresses smart? Where are the pain points in terms of being smart? So that's how you position your company. The other part of it is really sustainable. Being sustainable means that in your manufacturing processes, you must actually have processes that actually as green as possible with minimum the carbon footprint. If you don't prepare that, then one of these days you'll be obsoleted. Sometimes we actually got ourselves distracted by disruptions. Disruptions such as the COVID is a disruption. Disruption should not change how you look at the mega trend. Disruption is just talking about how do we behave as a business community, as an entity to address that so that we are not taken out from the equation.
It's always nice to see that, companies are taking the first steps towards a more sustainable future. And coming to the very last part that I would like to ask is, given your industry experience and your involvement in IAP, what is one thing you want viewers to take away from watching this video?
I'm actually in the industry for 40 over years. Until now I'm still very excited and passionate about it. Because although Singapore is a small little island, but the way we are actually supporting the bigger player in the world, to name a couple of them, my past experience, we make engine casing, for the 737, Airbus 320, to contribute to that. We build landing gears for the Dreamliner. We build a lot of all this part on this island. Quality is always the utmost. Cannot compromise, because all this little part, although it's actually only small part, but it contributes to the whole plane, the whole system that really make it tick.
So for us, it's very important that knowing and having the experience working in this ecosystem is to actually guide them and actually be the sounding board for them. If anything else, a sounding board to actually know where are the pitfalls, how are the things to navigate, where are the things that are more logically capable for them to basically take the first step towards. In the aerospace business itself, it's like Soh has just mentioned itself, not just quality, it's about safety. These are a few things that we have in most. So many of the culture, the DNA that we have, is all about to prevent things from happening. And so for that reason, for those of us who have actually been in this sector for a while, anything that happens in the air, if there's an incident, we always worry whether is that the part that I've last touched, is there an aircraft that I've worked on before, is there something that I produced before, and this is some. So in that instance itself, that's how we actually try to develop the people that are working with us, also with that kind of mindset that they have to have that quality, safety, and that preventive thing going forward in whatever they do.
Well said, that for two of them. I probably have yes, and yes. So everything said by Soh and also the Jeremy, I totally subscribe to that. My only parting statement is like this: in manufacturing and engineering, things happen. Don't panic. Deal with it with your resources that you have, with the IA that you have. These are the guys going to help you. But always remember your long-term journey, where you want to go. Never lose sight where you want to go. Once you panic, you'll get into trouble. So things happen in manufacturing. Don't panic. Tap on the resources that you have. That's why we are here. Remember where you want to go. That's about all.
Wonderful. All right, so thank you all for sharing with us the upcoming developments in the manufacturing industry. I mean, with Industry 4.0 and Manufacturing 2030, we are definitely looking forward to seeing this sector become more vibrant in the years to come. And we hope that viewers will gain some valuable insights into the industry and how IAs can actually help companies overcome the challenges faced in the implementation of new technologies. So we do hope that companies continue to accelerate their growth together with all of us at IPI. So if you're keen to partner with IPI or learn more on how you can help in your innovation journey, you can head over to IPI's website to find out more information.